Hello and welcome to another episode of Issuer Update Clips. I'm Dimitri Giller, and joining me today is Leah Wald, CEO of Sol Strategies Inc., ticker symbol HODL. Leah, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Fantastic. So let's get started. Can you give us an overview of Sol Strategies and its role in the Solana ecosystem?
Absolutely. Sol Strategies is a publicly traded company here on the CSE and focused exclusively on the Solana ecosystem. Our primary operations revolve around institutional staking, validator infrastructure, and strategic investments, all within the Solana ecosystem. So we run high-performance validators. We'll get into that. Acquire and stake our SOL. SOL is the native token on the Solana blockchain. And integrate staking-related services to enhance network security and scalability. Our goal is to be the leading institutional gateway for Solana staking and offer transparent and reliable infrastructure. However, I will also note, we actually have been on the CSE since 2018. Previously, our name was Cypherpunk Holdings. And when I joined in July of last year, we decided to pivot. And in September, we launched our material name and strategy change to Sol Strategies.
So what inspired Sol Strategies to focus on the Solana blockchain and the validator operations?
Yeah, it's a great question. We saw a gap in the market for institutional grade staking solutions on Solana. We also saw this huge opportunity for being the first and largest Solana specific company that was publicly traded in North America. So for Solana, unlike Ethereum and other networks, Solana's validator infrastructure has a unique architecture that allows for high speed, low cost transactions, but does require very deep expertise to operate efficiently. So we believe that's our moat. So our thesis is that as Solana continues to scale, there's going to be increasing demand for trusted, compliant, professional staking providers. So you're offering not just yield, but also security and governance participation. And that's where we come in.
Talking about your leadership at the company, you had a recent change. Michael Hubbard joined as Chief Strategy Officer. What impact do you foresee his expertise having on Sol Strategies' growth and innovation?
Yeah, immense. We're very excited about Michael, who is coming in through the acquisition of his company, Laine and StakeWiz. So Michael brings a wealth of experience in validator services, staking, and blockchain infrastructure. He is highly technical while also visionary. We're really excited. So we believe his strategic insight will help shape our approach to scaling validator operations and then also refining our institutional staking offerings. So it's just the perfect expertise to stay ahead of the curve.
So diving deeper on your acquisition of Solana validators, including Laine and StakeWiz.com, what strategic value do these additional validators bring to Sol Strategies Inc., and how does this acquisition strengthen your position as an institutional staking provider?
Yeah, it's a great question. And this is actually our third acquisition since last November. So we acquired a Cogent validator, an Orange Fin validator, and then now the Laine validator with the StakeWiz IP, which is a product for analytics platform. So it's been very important to us that we leverage these acquisitions to become that prominent institutional staking provider in the Solana ecosystem with immense stake to these validators who all operate a bit differently and curated for their clientele. Now, Laine is one of the most respected validators. It's known for its expertise and then also for its multi-chain operations. So not just on Solana, but the ability to generally scale. StakeWiz.com, on the other hand, is the go-to analytics platform for Solana staking data. So you can type it in right now and see everything that you want to see. So our goal by integrating these into Sol Strategies, we not only expand the staking footprint, have more stake on our validators where we're able to make more revenues, but also provide that best-in-class analytics and tooling to institutional investors and delegators, which we believe is just crucially important.
Switching gears a little bit, Sol Strategies recently completed a $27.5 million private placement round led by Verify Capital. How will this capital be deployed?
Simple. The use of proceeds on that raise is to buy Sol, stake Sol to our validators, therefore for yield, and also further develop our staking infrastructure with that extra stake. So buy Sol, stake Sol, build the company.
On that topic, Sol Strategies also recently acquired additional Sol tokens. What's the strategy behind this continued Sol accumulation?
So we believe in Solana's long-term growth and the fundamental value of SOL, again, that native token. So accumulating SOL strengthens our position as the staking first company while aligning us with the success of the ecosystem. So the more SOL we stake, the more influence we have in securing the network and supporting validator decentralization, as well as shareholders having the ability to also be part of that movement.
Sol Strategies recently acquired additional Sol tokens. What's the strategy behind this continued SOL accumulation?
Yeah, we believe in Solana's long-term growth and the fundamental value of that native token of SOL. So accumulating SOL strengthens our position as a staking first company while also aligning us with the success of the ecosystem. So the more SOL we stake, the more influence we have in securing the network and then also supporting that validator decentralization that's important.
Another point news recently released by Sol Strategies is the partnership with Neptune, which introduces a unique revenue sharing model. How does this approach provide value to institutional investors and reinforce network security?
Sure. Another CSE company. So the Neptune partnership is a game changer for institutional staking. What's unique about it is that we structured it as a revenue sharing model. So we provide institutions with returns while maintaining that integrity of the staking network. So that would incentivize long-term staking commitments, which in turn strengthens the security of the network. So all in all, very positive and very interesting as a commercial structure.
How does your involvement with 3iQ's Solana Staking ETF open new doors for institutional staking adoption?
Yeah, that's great. And going back to my roots, actually. So prior to Sol Strategies, I was the co-founder and CEO of Valkyrie Investments. And Valkyrie launched some of the first crypto ETFs in the United States. So it was a logical transition to try to work with some of the issuers in Canada that I know quite well. And they're all fantastic. So for the 3iQ Solana staking ETF, it's, a major step in bridging traditional finance with crypto staking. It'll be the first Solana ETF in North America when it's approved by the regulators. Now, our involvement is as that staking provider and ensuring that institutional investors have a regulated and transparent way to gain exposure to the staking rewards, again, without that direct on-chain management and through that ETF vehicle. So hopefully this sets a precedent for future institutional staking products, and we're excited to be a part of this.
Switching gears a little bit and talking about technology. So, how does your focus on technology innovation specifically differentiate Sol Strategies from other staking providers?
Yeah. And this is something we're very proud of. We don't just run validators, we actively invest in improving validator performance as well as ecosystem tools. We have acquired a lot of IP throughout these acquisitions, and we're setting them to use. So our acquisitions, partnerships, and adoption of cutting-edge infrastructure like FireDancer, which is a specific type of validator client, sets us apart as a company committed to both institutional staking and network development. We're very engaged.
And now, zooming out, looking over the future horizon, what's the next big milestone for Sol Strategies?
Yeah, our immediate focus is on integrating Laine and stakewiz.com while expanding our staking operations. Longer term, we're looking at increasing that institutional adoption, growing our SOL holdings, and continuing to support Solana's network improvements. So we're also eyeing on opportunities for new partnerships that align with our vision. So always looking for something new.
So, how do you envision the company's role evolving within the broader Solana ecosystem?
Yes, simply, we want to be the go-to institutional partner for staking on Solana. And that means not only providing reliable infrastructure, but also contributing to the ecosystem's growth and ensuring that we have the most compliant system possible.
And final question, long-term view, what's the key takeaways about Sol Strategies' vision and growth and strategy in the next 1 to 3 years?
Oh boy, that's forever terms in the crypto industry. But still the same. It's our vision is to just be that premier institutional staking company in the Solana ecosystem. And over the next few years, as the Solana ecosystem continues to develop, we're going to continue expanding the network, the validators that we have, deepening our partnerships, hopefully working with more ETF issuers. And where we see Solana as the long-term winner, we're here to build alongside it.
Thank you so much, Leah, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Joining us today was Leah Wald, Chief Executive Officer of Sol Strategies, Inc., ticker symbol HODL on the CSE. Thank you and take care.